everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to do partial embossing with your embossing folders, and I'm using the new A2 embossing folders. So you've got your falling stars, you've got your butterflies, you've got your ditzy dots, falling sprinkles, falling dots and falling flowers. So this one here, you can see I've partially cut the embossing folder up to this point and then again here, so that I've got that flat area to be able to stamp a sentiment. It might be a stamped image that you want to colour. It's a really fun way to incorporate the two without adding more dimension to your cards. Usually we would emboss the whole piece and then maybe use our sentiment or our embellishments and with some foam to adhere them to the card, and that all adds dimension. This here is a very flat card, so it's going to easily go through the post. So I've used the falling flowers for this card here. So I think for the next card, I'm going to use let's use the falling stars. Put those to one side. So I've got my piece of cardstock here, any size cardstock you can use. I mean, this technique will work with any embossing folders, but this is 3 3/4 by 5. So I've got that all ready then to go onto my A2 card blank. So I'm going to sit this one inside my folder there. I think I'm going to do this one as a landscape. So this one here we've got as a portrait, but I'd like to maybe use this sentiment here, which could run through the middle this way. So I really can't thank you enough. There's loads of these lovely sentiments within the mix and match range, so you can find all of those over on the website. So with that in mind, you just want to kind of think about the space that you're going to need for your sentiment. So I can see there, if I just divide this into 3 sections, so 1, 2 and 3. 1 and 3 are going to have the stars embossed, and then 2, the middle part there, is where my sentiment will sit. And I think that's going to fit in there quite nicely. So you want to take your die machine, you want to set up your embossing sandwich. It will vary from different die machines, so just make sure it's all in place. And then I'm going to sit my folder down in here. Now I only want to emboss this right side. So I'm going to pop that down, and then, like I said, anything that's between your plates is what's going to emboss or cut. So I'm going to bring this all the way down, and you just want to give yourself a marker. So I'm going to use this large star here. There's one here and there's one here. So there's kind of like 3 large stars, and I've got my plate just kind of coming off the edge of that. So once you're happy with the positioning and everything is nice and straight, you want to pass that through your machine. It's only going to emboss just over the section that is between the plates. So now when I lift this, you can see we've got that lovely embossed detail. So now I'm going to flip the card around, pop it back in, and then again, I know my marker is those kind of 3 larger stars. So just there, and then run that through again. So now that's that piece already. So you can see we've got it partially embossed on each side, and we've got all of that section now in the middle to be able to stamp. You could add die cuts to it, do whatever you want. So I'm going to use the same colours that I used for this card here. So I used Twisted Citron, Squeezed Lemonade and Kitsched Flamingo. But I think I want to get a bit more of the green in this time because I ended up cutting quite a bit of it away. So I think I'm going to do the reverse. So I'm going to have the pink on the outside, then the yellow, and then I'll have the Twisted Citron in the middle. So I'm going to take the Kitsched Flamingo and my blender brush. All of these are available on the website, and just probably popped way too much there on the brush, but that will blend nice anyway. So a little bit at that end. I'm just going to flip this around and use the ink that's on the mat, and then I'm going to take the yellow, and I'm just going to blend the yellow and the pink together a little bit better. And you should start to get a nice orange colour coming through. So they blended nicely. And then I'm going to finish with the green. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I've left a little bit of like a highlight, a little bit of a white space in the middle there. Because it's a distressed oxide, you may want to just leave this to dry a little bit longer. I am going to carry on and stamp, but what I'll do is I'll just stamp a few times with my black ink just to make sure it gets nice and dark. So what you'll find is as the oxide is still drying, it might absorb some of the black ink and it just goes a little bit more of a grey colour as opposed to that nice opaque black colour. So I'm going to use my stamping platform, pop that in there, this stamp here. So I really can't thank you enough. And that's going to fit perfectly in the middle. So that's stamped nicely, but like I said, I want that to be much darker, so I'm just going to repeat that a few times. Then I've got myself a piece of black card here, which is just slightly bigger just to give me a very, very thin black border, which when on the white card really pops. Okay, so there's the finished card. A really easy, fun technique and different way to use your embossing folders. All of the product that I've used today you can find over on the CraftStash website by clicking here. If you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. And if you'd like to see some more fun techniques, check out this video here.